Good morning and welcome to day 15 of Vlogmas. Well and truly losing track now. It is Tuesday and it is a work day for me. I am finally dyeing the remaining self-striping. Not great, is it? Oh, I've got so behind on it this month. It is ridiculous. But self-striping is one of those things that once you do get behind on it, it's really hard to catch it up. Certainly for me anyway, because I can't put in extra time for it, or I don't know how to explain it, but basically once I get behind it's hard to catch up. But in theory I am currently on track for Friday's shop update. I've got all of the grandma's Christmas tree dyed and most of that has been all wound up into balls. Today I'm dyeing the new colourway, which is going to be called Poinsettia. It is inspired by poinsettia flowers, you know, the Christmas flowers. I'm using, I don't know if this is going to work, this image as an inspiration picture. Hopefully you can see that. Oh, there we go. Now it's decided to focus. That image as an inspiration picture. You can just see me reflected there too. But so I've kind of planned it out and hopefully it will all go to plan. And then I've also got just a few of my frosted colourway as well, which was one of the Christmas colourways from last year. And they'll be going in the shop on Friday, and I need to dye minis because I'm going to be doing 70-gram sock sets of some of them. So actually, let me check my diary. Oh, actually, yeah, I'm supposed to be dyeing the minis for the stripes today as well. Okay, hopefully I will get time to do that this afternoon. They're not particularly time intensive because it's just a semi-solid colour on a mini skein. Easiest thing to dye. But yeah, that's the plan. I've also got a couple of other little bits and pieces that I'm planning on doing this afternoon that I'm sharing with you. I am hoping that I will finally get to do some festive baking with the boys. We're planning on making gingerbread reindeer, and I've been planning on making gingerbread reindeer for almost the last week and it's just not happened. But we've got nothing on after school today. Arthur's teacher hasn't set any homework this week because it's close to Christmas. So hopefully we can just do that once they get home from school, and that'll be fun. We'll share that with you as well. Right, I need to get on with some work. It is now considerably later in the day. It's just gone 2 o'clock, but all the stripes are dyed. I didn't film any of the process today because I just needed to get through it, and I know what I'm like, and if I start trying to film little snippets here and there, then I will get distracted and it will take me twice as long to get done what I need to do. So I just needed to power through it today. But they're all drying at the moment. No, they're not. That's not true at all. They're all cooling down at the moment. So once they've cooled down and I've had chance to give them a rinse out, I can share them with you. I've got about, wow, it's just gone 2 o'clock, so I've got about 45 minutes, something like that, before I need to go and get the boys. So I have sat down to try and sort out my planner, journal, whatever you want to call it, diary for next year. I talked on a previous vlog series, I think, about my annoyance at the fact that I've not been able to get another one of these. This was my planner. This is my kind of my work planner mostly. This was my work planner for 2021, so for this year. It's by Box Clever. I got it on Amazon, but they do have their own website as well. And I loved it. It was brilliant. It's A4 size, so it's a really good size for work. And it has, the thing that I really loved about it is the fact that, I'm just making sure that I'm going to show you a page that doesn't have anything on it that I'm not supposed to show you. Yeah, that one will do. I'm sure it is. That's fine. Anyway, the thing I loved about it is the fact that it had, on this page, it had the days of the week, your normal standard weekly planner. And then on the opposite page, it just had a plain dotted page that you could add your own bits and pieces to. So I could do to-do lists, I could stick in kind of my plans for dyeing for the week, all of that kind of thing. I'm trying to find more pages, but I keep skipping to the wrong pages. There we go. So like when I was winding stripes, I can do little trackers for winding stripes so that I know how many I've got left to do and stuff like that, which is always, I I don't know, I find that really helpful. It motivates me quite a lot when I'm working to be able to put in like little trackers to mark off what I've done and what I still need to do. But again, I wasn't able to get them. They are available in smaller sizes, but they didn't have it. They haven't recreated it this year in the A4 size, which is such a shame. And I know I had one comment from somebody to say that they are available in America, but yeah, I can't justify ordering a diary all the way from America with the added cost of customs and shipping and all of that kind of stuff. So I've not been able to find an alternative that is similar enough to be worthwhile. So I decided I would try and be clever and recreate it myself in a dotted plain journal. So I picked up this one, which is just a paper chase one. I think it's one of their own brand ones. I'm not sure if it's going to focus. It's one of the branded paper chase ones. It's just a plain grey, but it is just a dotted journal. And I'm kind of recreating the journal, the bits that I loved of the journal, for myself. Now, this is my first time attempting anything like this, and I've already had to rip pages out because apparently I can't work out how many months there are in the year. Yeah, got that wrong. I don't know how I got that one wrong. It just ended up with 16 instead of 12. So that was fine. I could have coped with it because I was like, that'll be fine. I can just use this bit for extra notes or something like that. And then I went on and I did my first little week section. So I've left plain page on one side and then I've just put lines in to put days of the week in for the week. So it'll be similar to the previous one. Absolutely fine. That was going to be for like the last week of December. And then I wanted to put in a month for January. Apparently, I don't know how many days there are in a week either. So somehow, can you spot my mistake? Somehow I managed to put 8 days in a week, which would, again, I could have coped with. I popped at the top there that this column could be for notes, until I put the numbers in and managed to put the January numbers in for 2021 and not 2022. So not a great start, but I'm getting there now. I have redone it. So I just ripped those first couple of pages out and started again. And I have managed to get the days of the year correct. So I've just got a little section here at the front for the whole year where I can put in when I've got shows or kind of any specific events that are happening, when Advents launch, for example, big things that I need to keep an eye of when they're happening. Then I've got the first week is the last week of December, and I've just written that all in and then just highlighted it. So I've got a plain page for my notes, and then the days. I've done slightly thinner sections for Saturdays and Sundays because this will mostly be for work. And then I managed to get the month in correctly. I have popped an extra box up here because 31 days would have come down here. So I've just popped the 31 up the top there, but that's fine by me. So I've got a month in for January. So again, I can just pop notable days in. If there's any school holidays, I will mark them in as well so that I kind of get a bit of an overview of the month. And then I haven't written the days on these ones yet, but then I've got my just my weekly layouts. So I've managed to do all of January. My next job is to do a month spread for February and then just go through and put those in. I'd like, ideally, to be able to get all of this filled up and then just have a massive notes section at the back, which would be really handy because actually one of the other things I liked about this notebook was that at the back there were quite a lot of pages that I could just fill in. Can't do this one-handed, let me see. There were quite a lot of pages that I was able to just kind of fill in with notes. So like when I was trying to do stock checks and stuff like that, and when I was planning out the clubs and things, so I was able to just make notes about things like that. And I found that really useful. So I think I should have quite a significant section at the back of this once it's all been written in. Once all the diary stuff has been drawn in, I should have quite a significant section at the back to just used for notes, which will be really helpful. I'll find that really good. So although it was initially frustrating, I think it's going to work. But I know what I'm like, and I need to get a significant amount of the year put in. Otherwise, it will come to February and I won't find the time to write February in, and then that will be really annoying. Excuse the sound of the tumble dryer going in the background. I'm in the garage, but I thought you might like to see the new self-striping colourway. And this room is the only room in the house with semi-decent lighting at this time of day. But here it is. This is Poinsettia. Let's see if I can open up the colours. So it is a 5-colour self-striping. I'm going to be standing right in the light and I can't see what I'm showing you. Hang on a second. There we go, that's better. Now I can see what I'm showing you. It is a 5-colour self-striping in that order. There we go. Hopefully you can see that okay. So it is kind of like a peachy red. It's a corally kind of red. Then a slightly more brown red, then a deep kind of purpley burgundy, followed by a grey with hints of blue, and then a nice deep kind of piney green colour. So that is Poinsettia, and hopefully these will dry overnight and I'll be able to wind one up tomorrow so that I can check it out and get a little sample started. But I'm really happy with how it's come out.
We're going to make gingerbread reindeer. And we're going to do this, and it doesn't look much like a reindeer.
It'll be magic. You wait and see.
It looks like an upside down person.
Well, yeah, technically, it is exactly that. It is a gingerbread man cookie cutter, but when we turn it upside down, we can turn it into a reindeer.
The forecast ain't clear, so will you please Now don't you act so coy. Let us go and fill all the little children's hearts with joy.
It's time for the joke of the day! What do you call a reindeer with no eyes?
No idea.